There are doors that open only once, Taurus, and when they do, nothing that waits behind them belongs to your past self. Have you felt the ground shifting beneath your calm steps? Have you woken with the sense that something ancient is calling your name? What if this isn't an ending at all, but your soul's departure from an outdated world? Baba Vanga once whispered of a day when Taurus would receive the final summons, not toward destruction, but toward revelation. That day approaches now. A vibration older than memory is aligning above you, turning every farewell into a sacred ignition of destiny. And when the signal arrives, Taurus, you won't be able to stay where you are, because the universe has already stamped your one-way ticket toward awakening. Taurus, every era of your soul begins the same way, with silence that feels almost unbearable. You call it uncertainty, but it is the moment the universe inhales before it speaks your next name. Around you, the air grows dense. The familiar starts to lose its flavor. What once felt safe now tastes like dust. You are standing between worlds. This is not punishment. It is permission. A cosmic migration is unfolding, and you are at its center. The energy of this season tears down the scaffolding of your old self. Habits, attachments, even the soft illusions that told you you'll always be this person. But you will not. The train of destiny has already left the station of repetition, and you are aboard. Do you feel that strange nostalgia for things that haven't ended yet? That's your intuition, recognizing the point of no return. The stars, led by Uranus vibrating in your sign, are dissolving timelines built on duty instead of desire. Every unresolved emotion, every promise you kept only to avoid conflict, now demands liberation. You may notice sudden goodbyes, conversations that close themselves, people fading without explanation, projects pausing as if by unseen command. Do not chase them. They are the echoes of an expired frequency. Your spirit has already crossed a bridge that your body is only beginning to see. Inside you, a new geography is unfolding, raw, radiant, untamed. It is not gentle, it is true. The mind resists it because it means change without permission, evolution without apology. Yet this is the very essence of Taurus's hidden power, endurance through transformation. You are learning that stability is not stillness, it's loyalty to growth itself. Soon, a message or event will act as the catalyst. It may look like coincidence, a dream repeating, a sudden opportunity, a conversation that exposes what you refuse to admit. Whatever form it takes, it will close a cycle that lasted 7 long spiritual years. You'll know it by the feeling, relief wrapped in trembling. It's the sound of your soul unlocking the gate. Pause here, Taurus. Take a breath. The life you built served its sacred purpose. Now, bless it and release it, because beyond this farewell lies the version of you that was never afraid of the unknown. Write this below to seal the passage. I bless what ends and step into the light of what begins. Let these words be your bridge. Feel them, not as hope, but as confirmation that the universe already answered your courage. And if this revelation stirred your heart, leave your hype on this video. Like, share, comment, and if your spirit feels the call, become a member of this channel. Each hype you send strengthens this current of light, helps this space grow, and carries this awakening to other souls ready to remember who they are. Taurus, once the portal has opened, the old compass no longer works. You begin to notice patterns that seem random, yet repeat with sacred precision. A song at the same hour, a feather where there should be none, a sudden memory that feels borrowed from another lifetime. These are not coincidences, they are coordinates. The universe, in its quiet genius, has begun to map your new reality through symbols. The first sign is light distortion, places that shimmer briefly at the corner of your vision. Do not blink it away. That flicker is where the two timelines touch, the world you built and the one that is calling you forward. When you feel it, pause, breathe. Say silently, I am witnessing the merge, not losing control. You'll sense your nervous system soften as if your cells recognize the new frequency before your mind does. Then comes the whisper of names. You may hear someone call you when no one is there, or dream of an unfamiliar voice saying, "It's time." This is the echo of guidance from beyond the veil, ancestors, protectors, and fragments of your own higher self converging. They do not come to warn you, they come to remind you. They say, "You are not wandering, you are returning." Look also for mirrors, literal or metaphorical. Each reflection becomes a teacher. When you meet people who trigger intense emotions, whether awe or irritation, know that they are mirrors of your unintegrated power. The moment you recognize them, the mirror dissolves, and the energy it held returns to you purified. That is how you reclaim pieces of your spirit scattered across time. One ally will step forward in the physical realm. You'll recognize them by calm eyes and deliberate words. Their presence feels like home, not thrill. This person doesn't promise rescue. They offer perspective. They are a bridge between the material and the mystical, helping you translate intuition into action. Treat them as an equal, neither guru nor follower, and the guidance will flow both ways. In the nights ahead, dreams become classrooms. You may see yourself packing, boarding, or crossing bridges made of light. These are not fantasies. They are rehearsals. Your subconscious rehearses liberation before your waking mind consents to it. Keep a notebook nearby. Each symbol you capture becomes a breadcrumb leading you through this new terrain. Remember, awakening doesn't always feel graceful. Sometimes it feels like standing in two realities at once, one fading, one forming. The dizziness is not danger, it's adaptation. You are learning to breathe thinner air, the atmosphere of higher consciousness. There will be moments when the past calls, seductive in its familiarity. It will whisper, "Return," just for a moment. But you cannot, because the universe never reopens closed gates. What once held you safe would now confine you. Smile gently at the echo and keep walking. This is how rebirth looks from the inside. Not fireworks, frequency, not endings, evolutions. And when doubt visits, place your hand on your chest and repeat softly, "I am guided by signs too vast to fit in fear." That single phrase will realign you faster than any ritual. There comes a point, Taurus, when the signs stop guiding gently and begin to demand movement. This is that point. The universe, once whispering through subtle symbols, now speaks with precision, in delayed plans, sudden endings, and emotional earthquakes that reveal what you once hid even from yourself. Don't mistake this turbulence for punishment. It's the exact vibration of the sacred test that every soul faces when evolution calls. Can you walk forward without evidence, trusting the invisible as if it was solid ground? The first wave of this test arrives through contradiction. Two paths will appear, both convincing. One will look comfortable, the known rhythm, the familiar faces, the same responsibilities. The other will feel almost absurd, too vast, too uncertain, too unlike the identity you've spent years defending. The irony? The absurd path is the real one. The familiar one is the mirage. When your heart beats faster and your logic argues, remember, fear is not always danger. Sometimes it's the sound of truth breaking its shell. This is the divine paradox of Taurus. You crave solidity, yet your soul's greatest power is rebirth. You are the gardener who must tear up the roots to let the tree breathe again. So when life demands a choice, don't cling to what's already bloomed. Choose the soil that still smells of rain. You will notice the universe orchestrating encounters that provoke clarity. A mentor who once seemed certain now hesitates. A friend you leaned on suddenly drifts away. An opportunity you were sure about vanishes at the last second. All of this choreography has one purpose: to prove that stability isn't outside you anymore. It's in the trust that keeps your hands open even when they're empty. And when the doubt reaches its loudest pitch, a moment of stillness will arrive, perhaps at dawn, when the world hasn't yet chosen a mood. You'll feel something inside whisper, "I've been here before." That's the memory of other lives where you turned away at this very edge. This time you won't. You may cry without reason. That's release, not sadness. The body empties fear to make space for faith. Allow it. Now listen carefully, Taurus. A single sentence will define this passage. Leap, and the ground will rise to meet you. It's not poetry. It's physics of the soul. When consciousness jumps, creation rearranges to sustain it. That is why you cannot fall. You can only transform. The test isn't about choosing perfectly. It's about not delaying the choice. The universe can correct a brave mistake, but not a fearful silence. So move, even one small step in the direction that feels alive. That's all the cosmos needs to open the rest. This chapter of your awakening will not be televised by fireworks or confirmed by applause. It will unfold quietly, through relief after release, peace after courage, and clarity after saying no to what once defined you. And when you least expect it, someone or something will acknowledge your shift. A stranger's phrase, a number, a sudden opportunity. It's the universe's way of saying, you passed. Taurus, after the leap, silence returns. But this time it feels different. It isn't emptiness, it's space. Space for the new pattern your soul is weaving. What used to echo with uncertainty now hums with quiet purpose. You start to notice it. The rhythm of your breath aligning with a wider pulse, the sense that life itself is breathing with you. This is the rebuilding stage, not of walls, but of frequency. The old identity collapses like dust on water, and a new design begins to reveal itself. You find yourself drawn to colors you never wore, places you never visited, people who speak the language of depth instead of distraction. This isn't coincidence. It's resonance. Your energy field is recalibrating, pulling toward experiences that match the vibration of your healed self. Remember what the ancients knew. Every transformation carries 3 phases: revelation, dissolution, reconstruction. You've already walked through the first 2. Now comes the sacred architecture of renewal. But this time, you don't build by force. You build by alignment. Here's how the universe teaches it. 1. The law of quiet magnetism. What you chase will hide, what you embody will appear. 2. The law of resonance. Every decision made from truth opens 10 doors. Every one made from fear closes them all. 3. The law of continuity. Healing never ends. It refines. Taurus, your energy has always been rooted, but this renewal asks for something subtler, grounded fluidity. Imagine yourself as a river that knows its banks but never stops moving. That's the paradox of your new strength. You'll start sensing synchronicities again, repeating numbers, dreams of construction, symbols of circles or infinity. These are confirmations that your new cycle is locking into place. Write them down. They are the alphabet of your evolution. Around this time, abundance begins to shift from concept to texture. You may receive offers, unexpected support, or recognition that feels overdue. Accept them with gratitude, but without attachment. The gifts are mirrors of your frequency, not rewards from outside forces. When you accept them consciously, you anchor prosperity into your timeline. Emotionally, this stage brings softness. The guarded heart opens like a field after rain. Love, whether romantic, platonic, or divine, returns not as excitement but as steadiness. You'll realize that peace was never the absence of movement, it was the absence of resistance. And then, in a quiet moment, perhaps watching the sky or hearing your name spoken kindly, you'll understand the entire purpose of the one-way journey. It was never about leaving anything behind. It was about returning to your essence. Because the truth, Taurus, is that you never lost your way. You simply outgrew the map. Your spirit now holds the blueprint of a life that resonates fully with who you've become, a life built not on fear of change, but on devotion to truth. That is the highest form of Taurus energy, grounded enlightenment. Pause here and let your breath match this truth. Feel your body anchoring the vibration of completion. You are not the same, and that is grace. Taurus, What follows transformation is not an ending, it's clarity. When the dust of the old world settles, what remains is a horizon you've never seen before, a landscape shaped by everything you learned, but free of everything that once confined you. The air feels lighter. The decisions feel cleaner. You finally sense what your soul was trying to tell you all along, that destiny was never a road outside of you. It was the pulse that kept calling from within. This is integration, the art of living awake. The universe is no longer testing, it's co-creating. You start noticing that your choices ripple instantly. A thought becomes an encounter, a word becomes a sign, an act of kindness returns multiplied. This is mastery, Taurus, not control, but harmony. The forces that once felt external now answer to your vibration because you finally trust your own frequency. And with that trust comes responsibility, to protect your peace, to honor your truth, to create beauty wherever your hands touch. You are the bridge between earth and spirit, stability and change, matter and miracle. That's the secret reason Taurus carries both gravity and grace. You hold heaven steady so others can find it. Now the allies you met along the path gather quietly around you. The mentor who appeared when everything collapsed, the friend who spoke truth instead of comfort, the unseen guides who whispered through dreams. Together, they form a constellation of remembrance. Every challenge, every loss, every silence now makes sense. Each was a gate, and you have crossed them all. From this point on, you walk with a new rhythm, calm, deliberate, certain. You don't chase signs anymore, they follow you. The numbers, the songs, the coincidences, they orbit your light because you've become the source. When you look back, you'll see that the one-way ticket was never exile. It was invitation. The universe sent you traveling through change so you could arrive at yourself. And now that you're home, the earth itself seems to exhale through you. So, Taurus, stand still for a moment. Feel the planet beneath your feet, the pulse in your chest, the quiet in your mind. Everything breathes together. That's the real miracle. Your journey is not about proving worth, it's about embodying truth. And from this truth, a new destiny unfolds effortlessly, as natural as sunrise. Write this below to seal your awakening. I am the light that returns to itself, and my path now flows with divine clarity. Breathe these words as you type them. Let them vibrate through your hands. They are not hope, they are recognition. And if this message resonated with your soul, leave your hype on this video. Like, share, comment, and if your heart feels the call, become a member of this channel. Each hype you send strengthens this current of light, helps this sacred space grow, and carries this revelation to other souls ready to awaken.